I thought I gave birth to a baby human, not a baby parrot. Wait, what? When did you start standing? Does this mean you'll start crawling soon? Oh, guess not.
My name is Ali and this is Vladimir, and welcome to our channel Reality. Here we do daily vlogs, but as you guys can see, this is not a daily vlog. This is somebody's very late 7-month update. I don't even have an excuse this time around. Before it was like, oh, I'm making them late because of this, and oh, I have to make it late because he was sick. It's just been so hectic. It's been so wild here, so crazy, and yet so cool. So let's start off with a few fun facts. He's looking out the window right now and sighing profusely because it is nap time for him, but somebody's teepees are bothering him. No official sign of a tooth just yet, but on the top right here I can see some white, but this isn't the first time. I'm not holding off on it, or I'm not holding my breath for it, because last time we had seen some white, it had retreated back where it came from. So yeah, but he's been a little bit upset. So let's first start off with those stats. Oh, last month's was late because this and that and the other, and it's just been so hectic. It's been so wild here, so crazy, and yet so cool. So let's start off with a few fun facts. He's looking out the window right now and sighing profusely because it is nap time for him, but somebody's teepees are bothering him. No official sign of a tooth just yet, but on the top right here I can see some white, but this isn't the first time. I'm not holding off on it, or I'm not holding my breath for it, because last time we had seen some white, it had retreated back where it came from. So yeah, but he's been a little bit upset. So let's first start off with those stats. At his last appointment, he was 29.5 inches tall. He weighed 23.13 pounds, and his head circumference was 46 centimeters. He's a very well-rounded boy. We measured him, or we weighed him today, and he was at 24? Like 24 and a half and some change. So he may have gotten a little bit bigger, but as of right now, which are me and my husband are very thankful for, is that he is still in 12-month clothing. We are hoping that this past 7-month growth spurt of his is finally done and over with, but who knows? He has been sleeping a lot as of lately, and I'm contributing that to his teeth and them hurting, but who knows? Every time he sleeps a lot, he ends up growing like another mile long. So bless you. So a few of the things that he has been doing this month: he has been much more vocal, and so much to the point where I can actually hear him sometimes repeating a certain type of sound that I make. Sometimes when I tell him it's time to go to sleep and I sign it, I'll hear him go eep, eep, and I'm like, the first time he had done it, I was like, whoa, that was funny. I'm like, what a weird coincidence. I'm like, it kind of sounded like he was trying to say sleep, but whatever, so I chucked it off to nothing. So then the following day, what was it? Oh, I was giving him a bath, and I was touching him, and I was just cleaning him off, and then he was just looking at me, and he was just looking at me what I was doing, and just just kind of very patient, but just trying to figure out what I was doing. I'm like, there. And then it was funny because he's like, air. I'm like, what was that? I'm like, are you repeating me? Obviously, he's not repeating the entire word. He is just, for the most part, just repeating the last syllable, or just even the last little bit of sounds. But it is so cool and so much fun. Yeah. His hair is growing as long as ever. We have actually started pinning it back Of course, I don't have any pins right now. He's sleepy. His sleep schedule has been going back to being amazing. It's funny because he has a tendency of like doing something right after his last update. So I'm like, what? But he was starting to wake up really, he was starting to wake up really early in the morning. So I'm talking about 5:30, and would stay awake until like, was it 7? Yeah. And then we'd go to sleep for 30 minutes, and then he'd be up for the rest of the day. And that was actually becoming our normal, which was a little tough in the beginning, but with like everything in life, you get used to it. As of recently, especially, I think it's like coming with the pain of his teeth, he has actually been sleeping later and later. Today he didn't wake up until 7:30, and then I go to get him, which I mean might not sound late to you guys, but from going from like 5 in the morning to 7:30 in the morning, it has been a godsend. So I go to get him, I feed him, I change his diaper, and I change your diaper, and then he sleeps in bed with me until like 8:30. Today we didn't wake up until 9 because Daddy slept through his alarm clock, and if it weren't for the fact that my phone rang and it was my mother calling me at 9 in the morning, I think we would have still been asleep till right now. Another really good thing is that he's actually letting other people put him down for bed, which I am so happy for. Not that I mind putting him to sleep or that I think it's taxing or anything like that. I absolutely adore putting him to bed at night. He's a very good sleeper, and even when he is a little bit on the fuss side, it's not like it's like I'm up here for hours, you know, it's just whatever. But he has actually let his father put him down several times. Yeah. He says that he'll just sit here and rock him in the rocker and just sing him to sleep, shush him to sleep sometimes, pat his little booty, and he's out like a light. And I love it because he stays asleep too. So I've gone out several times this past month with friends and stuff and what have you at night, and each time he's done so perfectly well. Of course, when I leave him, there's always that anxiety in the back of my mind that, oh my gosh, you know, what if he doesn't go to sleep, or what if he's having a terrible time, and each time I text, he is fast asleep. I really do think that he is going to skip crawling altogether. As you guys can see, he can stay in the crawl position much longer, which isn't that much longer in retrospect, but much longer than he could last month. But it's just like he has no real interest in really moving that way. He does have an interest in moving in the sense of being upright. He has a walker downstairs, which I put him in, and he can get himself pretty far in it. I don't think he's realized that the little movements that he makes is actually taking him somewhere until he realizes that he's halfway across the room. And if he does notice, or if he does realize that those things are making him move, he hasn't quite yet mastered them in a consecutive motion, but he is getting around, that is for sure. And I have a lot of people that I follow on Instagram whose children are either older or younger than him, and they're all crawling and getting all over the place, and a part of me is a tad bit jealous, just the tiniest bit jealous, but at the same time I'm like, no, I'm not, because the moment he becomes mobile is the moment that my life is completely over. And school has been going amazing for him. He loves it. He does fuss every once in a while from time to time. Also likes standing up on things. He likes to hold on to things and stand. Have been a little bit on the MIA side here. He likes to sleep about right after breakfast time. He actually, aside from nursing, he actually has a breakfast. For the most part, I feed him 2 main meals in the day, one always being breakfast. After breakfast, which usually either consists of oatmeal or fruit or smoothies or an ice cream, we nurse a little bit after we get done playing, and then he wants to take a nap, and normally that nap lasts for about half an hour. It's getting really fussy, sorry you guys. And then he wakes up from his half-hour nap and we're good to go. He doesn't necessarily want to go down easy. He wants to put up a fight, and I really do think, like you guys can see, it is because of his teeth. So I have to give him Tylenol, and then I have to wait until that kicks in, and then I have to get him comfortable. And since it's summer here, I think he gets really warm too. He's been naked this entire month, so even if he does grow out of his clothes, it doesn't matter because he doesn't wear any. But for the video, I put clothes on him, so you're welcome. But I sometimes give him a bath and then just let him sleep in the nude, which is one thing that I know he really enjoys because he used to when he was younger, and he enjoys it still to this day. He sleeps really hard and really long when he doesn't have a diaper on his body. The only thing is that obviously he doesn't have a diaper on his body, so I have to, take some precautions on to make sure that my bed doesn't get messy or that he's sleeping on some towels. I've even draped just an insert over him, so if he does go pee, then at least it gets in the inserts. Really cute video. I'll post it right here, but he saw bubbles for the first time. He had liked the bubbles a lot. Him and his cousin were really liking the bubbles. So I'll put a video of that right here. See, he adored it and he liked it so very much. Yeah, he liked it. One I guess you could say bad thing, but there's nothing really bad when it comes to my love. He has been suffering from a little bit of separation anxiety. If I can get away quickly without his knowledge, he's fine. But if I play it out, then he's a little bit upset. He's also got into the habit of shaking his head like this. I think it was an accident, but the other day when he was on the floor crying, I swear he was going mama mama. So I'm going to take that as he was calling for me. One of his favorite pastimes is looking up. He has recently discovered that there's an entire different world up in the sky, whether it's ceiling fans or lights or clouds or just the textured ceiling up above. Pretty much it for us. He is still in 12-month clothing, but like I was saying, he is barely still on the edge of it. He can fit, but we don't know for how much longer. But we are happy because for the most part he has maintained his weight and height. His height has been, his height has been pretty much the same. Alright, so I know he's not here with me, so it makes me sad, but he was exhausted and tired, and like I said, his mouth has been hurting him, so if he wants to fall asleep right now during the update video, great. If he wants to fall asleep an hour before his bedtime, that's great too. So I gotta be very flexible with him, as I'm sure some of you moms and parents out there know that, just one of those things. It's either he sleeps right now and wakes up in an hour or so happy, or I try to keep him to his intended sleep schedule, and he's miserable and I'm miserable and we're all just miserable. So a few other things that have been new is that he's been sleeping a lot on his side now in his crib. He is so wiggly in there. The other day, actually just yesterday, I found him upside down in his crib. He was where his feet once were was his head, and where his head is were his feet. Another thing that has had to change is that we cannot do the overnight cloth diapers right now. His thighs are so thick that with the overnight and the regular insert in it, it was crushing the circulation in his thighs, so much so that it was starting to actually cut into his thighs. He has a little bit of a scar still from where it was cutting into, and it was just rubbing up against him, and makes me really bummed. But I'm hoping, and I'm not getting rid of them, but I'm hoping that with him becoming more mobile, that it will make his thighs a little bit skinnier. And if it doesn't, whatever. And if it does, that's great. I am still, however, cloth diapering throughout the day. He just sleeps in an overnight. Thank you so very much, and I will see you guys next month. He will be 8 months old, which means he'll be almost 9, and then 9 comes 10, and then 10, 11, and then 11 a year. You guys, I really do feel like it was just yesterday that I was pregnant, and it is going by so fast, and it is one of the most amazing things I've ever done with my life. Being his mother and just getting to even be in his presence every day is just, it's a dream come true. It's amazing. It's really up there with getting married and being with my husband. So we will see you guys later, and I will put into the clip in my original ending. So we'll see you guys later. Bye. Month update. If you did, we do, like I said, daily vlogs here. If you're not into that sort of thing, me and this hopefully less fussy one next month. We'll see you then for another month update. Until then, you guys, take care of yourselves, and I know. Do you want to say goodbye? And happy napping for all. Wish us luck. We're going to try to take a nap after this. Say goodbye, Mr. Vladimir. Say bye-bye. And I'm also teaching him how to wave goodbye. Can we say goodbye? Come here. Just say goodbye, and then we'll go. Bye. Bye. Yeah. You want to say goodbye? Have a kiss? No. Bye, you guys. I'm going to stop torturing my son. Bye.